What's up guys? I hope you're doing really well. Welcome to this new video. In this video we're going to talk about transitions. After my previous two videos where I was more making the full scale of a track kind of thing, I really want to start getting into the nitty-gritty stuff and really deep diving into details, and transitions are very important. So today, transitions, let's go. So here I have a 20 bar loop and it sounds like this. It just repeats itself. We're gonna make some transitions. So let's say that we're gonna make an intro and a first break. Now first, for those who don't know what a transition actually is, the transition is the point in a track where it will move from one point to another. So a very easy example, in a pop song, going from the verse to the chorus can be seen as a transition. Going from the pre-chorus to the chorus, or from the chorus to the bridge, all these things are transitions. So in house music or in hip-hop music, it's all about breaks and drops and little breaks and the end of bars where you will move in again to the next bar. So of course this sounds like this, but let's say that we want to make a little bit of an intro. So we'll make a 8-bar intro and I'm gonna take out the kick and the hi-hat, and then it will sound like this. Now, this is already the beginning of a transition, and probably if you just started out producing tracks, your transitions will sound a bit similar to this. I can relate to this because obviously I also started one day and my transitions also sounded like this. But it's very important to make your transitions a bit more interesting. So let's start very simple by taking some stuff out. So I'm gonna split these loops and I'm gonna take out, in the last bar, I'm gonna take out the hi-hat and the clap, or let's say the last half bar, and I'm gonna take out the last bass notes. And now the transition will sound like this. Now you see there's already more impact than if I would keep it like this. Right? So let's take that out again. And let's start by adding some stuff. So I'm gonna make an audio channel, go to my folder. I'm actually already here. I'm gonna start adding a crash. So let's go to cymbals. I don't know why, but sometimes it just takes so long to enter my SD card. So this is a pretty cool crash. So cymbals, this is I actually like the first one. Let's drop it in. And I'm gonna cut this first little piece so that it really starts nicely on the one. And I'm gonna add one hit here, another hit here, another hit, and then one on the one. So let's see how it sounds now. Now there's already a little bit more movement in your transition and it will slowly come to life, so to say. So let's add something else. Let's start by adding, let's say maybe we can start by adding some noise. See, here it does again, so weird. This is actually really cool. Let's add a reversed crash or cymbal, whatever it is. Let's add it neatly. And then now, when I play this, you hear that? If I solo this part, it will have this rise effect with the reverse cymbal, and then there will also be the crash. So let's say that this is our intro. Very basic. Okay, cool. Let's say that we're gonna have the track run for about four loops. And then we're gonna make an 8-bar break. So we're gonna take out the kick, and I'm gonna use the trick that I used in my previous video where I will just duplicate the bass channel. Oh, cut this loop like this, put this one over here, and then on this channel I'm just gonna add a low cut filter. Like this, in the break, in the transition point, the bass will keep playing and give the groove, but there will be no sub. Because there will be no sub, the contrast will be higher when the drop hits and the sub will hit again, and that will make the transition hitting harder in the drop. Now let's listen to how this sounds. Not bad, not bad, but maybe this can be more interesting. So let's use this part that we have already used and just recycle. And I'm gonna recycle it over here, but over here later on I will make a different form of it. So let's see how it sounds now. Not bad. It sounds quite cool, but maybe we want to do something nice with the drums. So I'm gonna put all these drums in a drum group. I'm gonna call this drum group, and I'm gonna add a filter. And I'm gonna automate this filter. I'm gonna automate the high cut frequency, and I'm gonna make it drop all the way up to the point that you barely hear it anymore. Something like this, and I'm gonna cut these drums out. Oh, so. And let's see how it sounds now. Transition definitely starts to be more interesting. Definitely. So let's say that over here I kind of like this, but let's make it a little bit different because now we're recycling the same break 3 times. Let's see what we can do. Okay, pretty cool. Let's start by adding another audio channel and let's use some noise. It's loading again. This is a really cool noise drop. So let's lower this level because it's a Kashmir sample and it's loud as fuck. Sorry for my English language. I curse a lot, so while working. I don't know what it is, but I'm sorry. I will try to keep it down while making these videos, but I can't promise anything. So let's see how this sounds now. So basically what we have done now is we have added a noise drop, which sounds like this. And we have added the same sample, but I have reversed it and I made a rise out of it, which sounds like this. I only see now that it's not, this is so annoying, perfectly aligned. So let's just make it a perfect 4-bar loop, otherwise the rise is not gonna end well. So let's see how this sounds now. I really like this. Maybe we can make them a little bit shorter so that they don't overlap that much, so that there is this tiny little bit of silence over here. I really like that. That is really, really cool. I'm gonna make my effects yellow just so that you guys can properly see what the effects actually are. Okay, this is very cool. So let's maybe, there's a fly over here and it's so annoying. So let's add another audio channel. I'm gonna make it orange. And we're gonna add a snare rise. So I know exactly where to go for this because I have... Let's go back, man. Why? Volume 2. I will go to my tool room samples because I've, as I said in my previous video, I've become a great fan of this pack. It has some really cool sounds in it. And it has some really cool snare rises. So let's see. Sounds really big. This is really cool. This is really cool. So we're going to use this one. I'm going to drop it in here. It's a 125 BPM sample. I can just very easily time stretch it to the grid. And now it will sound like this. And I'm going to edit this. Okay, that's really cool. First of all, obviously you hear that the filter is still opening up over here, but it's going a little bit too fast. So let's let it open completely over here so that it will sound like this. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But this now is a little bit too... I want to do something nice with this sample that we just threw in. That's really cool, but let's start cutting out a few pieces maybe. So maybe we can cut this one out. We can cut this one out. And then let's zoom in a little and I'm gonna... Okay, oh shit. I'm gonna cut... Did I cut it now? What happened? Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one. And I'm gonna split it into half. Oh. Ah, dude. Sorry, guys. Being clumsy as fuck over here. This never happens to me. Let's do it like this. And then I'm gonna duplicate. Duplicate, and then for the very last one I'm gonna let it go. This is all just experimenting, guys. It's pretty cool, but maybe it's a little bit too long, so let's take this one out, make it a bit longer to its previous form. Pretty cool. Let's take this one out, make it a little bit longer as well. Okay, I'm not too fond of it, to be honest, but it's really cool. Maybe this one like this. And maybe if we take this one out, we're just gonna mute the shit out of it. It's quite nice. And then we're gonna add a sort of hit at the end. So let's see, there's an impact sound probably here somewhere. Let's just take track of the time, 14 minutes in. All good. All good. Sounds unique. This one is really cool. Let's add this one. I'm gonna make it yellow so that you guys keep track of what the effects are. All the effects are yellow, guys. Just so you know. Let's see how this translates. I really like that. That is really, really cool. Okay, so let's have a proper listen to the full thing. And maybe we can here add the noise as well to the beginning of the track. Oh, now I'm not duplicating it. I'm just moving it. Let's add it here. I did it again. Come on, dude, duplicate for me. Yes. Okay, let's drop it right over here. And let's see how this whole track sounds now with these new transitions that we added. Cool, nice. I really like it. Okay, so I hope you kind of understand now how to work on these transitions. And now, of course, what you can do is you can just start making the track up to the first big break, and you can just very simply copy all of these transitional moments like this, and you can just drag and drop them, and then it's very easy to just make a few adjustments, you know, if you want to maybe over here only have one crash, you know, or maybe you don't want this rising effect and you're going to replace it with something else. But now you have already basically 3 transitional moments that you can use and start making interesting in your track. So I hope this really helps. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me and my channel grow. I've seen some people sign up already and subscribe, so that's very nice. I'm so super thankful, and I really hope that all of you have something with this. So please like and subscribe and hit that notifications button so that you don't miss any videos when I'm uploading. So yeah, see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye bye.